First Welsh woman to ever reach a British Open quarter-final. She's 25 years old. She's at her very highest ranking. She's a player that's in fine form. Been getting some big wins this season. And in the last round got a really big win against the number 4 seed Joelle King, taking her out 3-love, which is ridiculously impressive when you think that Joelle King is the Commonwealth gold medalist. Well, she's going to have to continue her giant killing act because she's up another very established player, the most successful French female player ever, Camille Serme. Really experienced. She's currently number 6 in the world. She has been higher than number 6 in the world. The highest ranking that Camille Serme has actually got to is number 2. Got to the semi-finals of the Tournament of Champions this year. Beat Donna Urquhart in the last round, 3-love, and Millie Tomlinson in the first round, so hasn't dropped a game yet. Well, these two have met 6 times previously on the PSA World Tour, and Tesni Evans has yet to record her first victory against Camille Serme. But I wouldn't read too much into that because there's been a few players that Tesni Evans has never ever beaten before on the PSA World Tour, and she's got wins against them. She has scalped them, so she's now beaten Laura Massaro a few times in a row. So I wouldn't read too much into that. I wouldn't necessarily write off Tesni Evans, especially not if she plays like she did yesterday against Joelle King. Well, joining me for the 2 women's quarterfinals today is a former world number 1 and world champion, Vanessa Atkinson.
Good evening, Drew Boy.
Well, Philip Signori there giving Camille Serme a bit of advice. He's a long-time coach. He's rocking a new hairstyle. He's got a bit of a spiky look going on there.
The mohawk.
Yeah.
Silver mohawk.
Yeah, it's good. I quite like the silver fox. Strong look.
Because you're on your way there.
Yeah. Keep it. All this stress. Then I'm getting grayer and grayer.
15 seconds. The Allen British Open 2018 women's quarter-final match. Camille Serme of France to serve. Tesni Evans of Wales to receive. Best of 5 games. Love all.
Well, family Evans here in full support. It's actually Camille Serme to start off this match. What do you reckon? Do you reckon
1-love.
Tesni Evans will be able to deal with the physicality of Camille Serme here today?
Well, I think that's the main question, is whether she'll be able to deal with it for as long as Camille is able to sort of keep her on here. I think she's going to be looking for a good lead early on. And that'll certainly be the tactic by Serme, to keep the pace high, stay in front, try and put Evans under a lot of physical discomfort with the pace of her game.
Well, talking physicality, I mean, Joelle King is a really physical player as well, and Tesni Evans was able to play a very tactically clever game against Joelle King because she used a lot of variations. I mean, her touch was immaculate into the front of the court, but she was also able to switch, you know, really late on, and I think she got the balance of straight and cross spot on yesterday. She did.
I mean, she was absolutely brilliant.
3-2.
But I would add to that I think King was under par. I think she didn't quite have that extra little bit that you need to really make it physically hard for Evans. And obviously it was, you know, if that had been lengthened by another game or another 2 games, then who knows.
Well, a couple of errors from Serme. So Serme started really well and got a 2-love lead, but since then there's been a couple of errors and a few good points from Evans. It's just made a real sort of shift in the outlook of this early phase of the game.
5-2. down. 6-2 left.
Yeah, nice. Good skills. Slightly slow change of direction there from Camille Serme. Pensive looking Philippe Signori in the back corner, sorry.
She's not reading it. Not reading Evans so far. It's making her look slower than she is. She's a very good mover, but she's not reading Evans at all.
Well, it's good, isn't it? Because Evans is a brand of squash player like Sarah Jane Perry that possesses a lot of weapons and a lot of variations. And it is good to see that kind of player coming in as well as the real physical player, because what we then get is we get these really good contrasts that make for really good matchups. Because sometimes when you get two really physical players, it can just go on a bit and just be a bit basic. But then you get two real skillful players and they just trade points. So actually the contrast of having a physical player against, you know, really skillful player, it gives a really good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, you need both of those attributes, don't you, these days, with the way the game is. The more physical players can't just use their physicality, they have to use their squash. And you can see a player like Evans, she's not allowed this to get physical so far.
It's how they used to match up the gladiators in Roman times.
The contrast.
Yeah, the different styles. They wouldn't have the same styles fighting each other. Vanessa, have you gone to sleep again?
And out. 4-8.
Well, that's a good response. Important for Serme to just get a few more points on the board here. Have to remember not to have any Roman analogies anymore, because Vanessa Atkinson's been asleep ever since I said it. You've not said anything.
Right. Right.
Tight work down that backhand side.
Yeah, from both players. Yeah, very impressive from Camille Serme. Giving a little look and sigh out to her corner.
Hasn't had many chances to attack on that favoured backhand side so far. She's been forced to defend, really. She's managed to get herself in front in these last few rallies.
A real run of points for both players. Oh, would you believe that?
Hand out.
Tesni Evans was just jogging to the other corner there. Yeah, nice counters. Slightly loose and erratic, the attacking there from both players.
8-9.
Neither quite finding their range.
He's got a bit of work into Evans here towards the end of this game.
I just think Evans has lost her accuracy, and it's allowed Serme to get a real foothold into the game here and into the actual rallies. Oh, ridiculous. We saw one of those by Laura Massaro as well, didn't we, in the previous match?
And out. 10-9.
Apologising for the use of the frame, but full extension.
Game ball.
David Evans finding it quite funny in the background. He was a clean striker of the board. I don't think he used the frame very often. Game ball for Evans. Where's that gone? Oh yeah, it was out of the court.
And out. 10-all. The player must win by 2 points. Each player has 1 review available.
Well, fairly long rallies. The last 5 or 6 points. There's been a lot of them into double figures. It was exactly what Serme would have wanted.
Massively favoured Serme. It's just Evans obviously had that early lead because Serme's been coming back so strongly in this game.
Yeah, really good. That's so honest from Tesni Evans. Referee hadn't spotted it, but conceded it immediately.
11-10.
That's what we like to see.
Well, especially when it's a tie-break situation. I mean, that's brilliant. Love that from Tesni Evans. Well played. Game ball for Serme. Yeah, well played. Tesni Evans needed that. I think it's really important. I think it's more important for Evans to win this game than it is for Serme, because
hugely so.
she had that big lead.
Well, also just the amount of work that Serme has got into Evans in this game. You know, if you're then 1-love up, physically you can makes you feel a lot better than 1-love down and feeling a bit tired.
And out. 11-all. Video referee decision, Serme. I couldn't see the amount of room putting it to the video ref.
It's really hard to see how close she was to Evans. Well, I think you've got to give her a let there just for safety.
Oh.
It was actually a really tight little drop shot that she played, but,
yeah, but
she would
she's
have
still
taken
there.
her legs out.
I think this is a yes,
Yes,
let.
let. 11-all. Stroke 2, Serme.
Has to be a stroke.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be game ball for Camille Serme. I don't think it's a review, is it? Well, someone's heartbeat's really pounding.
Have you asked for a review?
I think John
No,
Mazzarella's
the review hasn't been asked for.
a bit nervous here because his heart rate is pounding away.
Cool as a cucumber, old John.
11. Game ball.
Yeah, but
Never gets flustered.
it's like a swan.
It's like a swan.
Yeah, from
Go
the
on,
outside
explain
it
that
looks
to me.
serene and smooth, but under the water his legs are working like hell.
Suddenly bite your finger off.
No, you're missing the
Hand
point.
out. 12 all.
No, they look like they're gliding, but
yeah, I
underneath the
get
water
it.
they're working like
I get it.
clappers.
Just the swan analogy with John's quite funny.
should have said a duck. Mallard. Yeah, nice, well played. Good finish by Tesni Evans.
13-12. Game ball.
Just very coolly dispatched that drop shot. Another game ball for Evans. Well, both players finishing it nicely into the front left now, really controlling and feeling those drops. So clinical with the conversions. Well, Camille Serme is up at 186, 185 beats per minute. Imagine it won't drop much below that. There you go, nice finish.
14-13.
Feel like Serme is really growing into this game, which is not good signs for Evans.
No left.
Obviously just tripped as she went round there.
Hand out. 14 all.
Had a few really long games, haven't we?
Yeah.
21-19 was the
Yeah,
biggest
that's the
so
winner.
far.
Who's that again?
That was Laura Massaro against Yatra Badal.
That's right.
Hand out. 15-14. Game ball.
So another game ball for Serme. It's a video referee decision, I reckon. Oh no.
Player
We're going for a review anyway.
Serme
You know
on
why
the
it was
left.
given as a no-let? Because she was just stuck on her heels for a bit. But you know, when she split steps here, she just gets stuck there before she goes, and that's why John Mazzarella's given a no-let. It's just whether we now see whether she can recover and get that ball.
Yeah, I think she can. I think that's a let. Yeah, it'd be very harsh. It's not. Shot's not good enough.
Well, there you go.
Yes, let. Decision overruled. Serme has one review remaining. 15-14. Game ball.
Oh, what a finish. What a finish that is by
15-14,
Camille
game
Serme.
to Serme. Serme leads 1 game to low.
Great finish, this. Big game in favour of Camille Serme. Looked like Tesni Evans was going to win it hands down earlier on. So it went all the way, 17 minutes in duration, 16-14 in favour of Camille Serme. She leads by 1 game to love. Well, what really shows with these players how fit they are is how quickly the heart rate drops. They've not long walked off the court. And Camille Serme has gone from 186 that she was operating at down to 165, which is incredible powers of recovery.
Yeah, we've seen some of the players drop down to almost sort of 120s, 130s in between games. Great first game between these two. It was Evans that got the early advantage. Serme struggling to read Evans early on in the game. And a lot of winners from the Welsh player, but Serme slowly started to turn things around, making it more and more physical, lengthening out the rallies, getting some work into Evans, and that paid off towards the end of the game. Evans nearly managed to hang on, had a couple of game balls, but Camille Serme playing the big points very well, and it's looking like a pretty tough task now for Evans, I have to say. Certainly a lot of momentum in the favour of the French player.
Fifteen seconds.
This is where we see the heart rate just steady start to climb again as they get ready in anticipation for the start of the game.
Level.
Yeah, the adrenaline goes up.
So Serme's going to start off this second game. I think that was huge, that first game. I think that could almost have been the match decided. Obviously, could be completely wrong, and it depends how Evans bounces back here. It just felt like a big moment to me, I think. The turnaround, the switch, and the length of it, and how hard the rallies were.
Yeah, exactly. Not just the fact that she lost that first game, but you know, it was a long game. It was a lot of hard work, and physically, you do feel that Serme has the edge. You know, if Evan had a one-game lead here, then who knows? Certainly needs a good start in this second, that's for sure.
Yeah, the ball came a long way back towards Serme there. It just feels like everything's going the way that Serme would actually want it to go. Well, she anticipated correctly.
And out. 1-2. Yes, lad.
The bar is in the front, though.
I think you could have just gone forward to the
I'm
ball.
trying to get through
Okay,
Pardon?
accept or review.
No, I'm just saying, I feel like I'm trying to push forward, she's not moving off it.
Yeah, I thought he could have got a bit more forward to it. 1-2.
I think John Mazzuro's probably right there. There was a bit of a line up in front.
Well,
short rallies so far in this game. Only one of them has been into double figures. some serious work going into this rally. Yeah, brilliant. That is brilliant. Well mixed up by Tesni Evans. There's a big rally, 32 shots. Camille Serme covering slightly more distance than Tesni Evans. She covered 71 meters in that rally. Twisting and turning and lunging.
Yeah, a few of those meters were in the wrong direction.
Yeah, too big a guess too early there.
Handout 4-3.
Again, the hold. It's all about the hold there.
5-3.
Forcing Serme forward, so she has to go around the front of Evans.
She's good at that, Evans, isn't she? She uses the drop shot a lot up on the backhand volley, but then also has the ability to hold, wait for the opponent to commit up and round, and then punch it long.
6-3.
They end up using you like a roundabout then. They have to go right up, round and back.
It breaks the rhythm, doesn't it, as well of Serme. It's forced a few errors from her.
That's a nice finish. It's an outright winner, I think, from Serme.
Quality of the shot. Winning shot. Handout 4-6.
I thought this was a winning shot. I didn't see Evans going to get that.
Oh, dear me, that is so clinical.
She has been clinical down the backhand side, hasn't she? The way she finished off that last game and then also in this one.
Handout 7-5. Handout 6-7. Down. 7-all.
Oh, that's brutal, isn't it? That's horrendous, but the ball's so high on the front wall, but it's so difficult to go and get it. Evans actually did really well to get that out cross court.
Down.
Oh. So flat on that shot with the
9
racket
at
face.
7.
Well, nice shot again from Evans.
10-7.
Perfect waster shot into the back of the court. 3 game balls for the Welsh player. Told you not to write her off, that she'd come back here.
Game to Evans.
Well, very determined look from Tesni Evans. To a game like that first one, and that's where I've sort of misjudged it slightly, and I think it's brilliant the way she's responded in that second game. As soon as that timer ticks down, they've got to play.
Go. And out. 1-love. Two love. Hand out, 1-2. Down. Hand out.
Not great shot from
3-1.
Evans. Yeah, nicely finished. Like the threat there, she showed a drive
And
right
out,
until the
2-3.
last second.
Yeah, and then the touch. That ball is so close to the front wall, so much distance to cover.
So soft.
Very difficult to execute that.
Down.
Oh, that
Down.
clipped. Yeah, definitely clipped.
Yeah. Hit the tin.
Oh,
I've called it down.
Pretty sure it's down.
Pardon?
I think it was down, but you can check.
I've called it down. I can't check.
You can't check. I thought it was down.
well, we're going to see it anyway, even though we can't officially check.
Yeah, play on, please.
I have no idea whether that was
Real.
up or down.
I definitely thought it was down in real time, but it's almost harder to see, I find, in the replay sometimes.
When it's slowed down, yeah,
Yeah.
because you don't actually see the deviation as clear. Wow, what a shot that is.
Hand out.
That one was perfect.
4-3.
Absolutely perfect.
Not quite
Yes,
the
lad.
soft hands of Evans, but equally effective.
Yes, lad.
Rifled him.
Player review, Evans on the yes, let decision.
Well, it's close in this third game. Well, Evans hoping for a stroke here. I think the referees might feel that she could maybe have a line in front of Serme more than sort of through her there. That's what I think will be the reason for it being a yes let, if it is a yes let.
Yeah, I don't like strokes for these.
Yes, let decision upheld. Evans has
Well,
no
there you go, you got
results
your wish.
remaining. 4-3.
So I back out herself and she hasn't moved.
Distance to the ball.
That's interesting. The same distance to the ball. If anything, I'd have thought maybe just a bit of a line up in front rather than through. Serme looking to use the hold to break up the movement of Evans.
Down. Hand out. 4-all. Yes, lad. 4-all.
PJ's favourite moment in the match.
The symmetry on the scoreboard.
Oh,
Pressure.
power. 100% power.
Hand out. 5-4.
She liked that one. She was looking out her French team there.
Down. 6-4. Handout 5-6.
That's a no let.
No let.
That's a big point. That was well played by Tesni Evans.
Yeah, she has to go around the back there.
The ball was passed. 6-all left.
Just a very early good shot, high quality from Evans. Well, a brilliant finish from Camille Serme. Another big rally between these two. They really are trading blows.
7-6.
There you go, look at that, getting the strings on the ball there.
Handout 7-all. Out. 8-7.
Yeah, Tesni Evans is bossing this right now, taking control of the middle of the court. She's sending Serme scurrying into the corners.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, that rally to go 7-all was a really tough rally, and I thought that that might favour Serme, but Evans...
Can't write off Tesni Evans.
And that helps.
3 game balls for the Welsh Wizard.
10-7. Game ball.
What a finish, what a finish.
11-7 games to Evans. Evans leads.
How determined does
2
Tesni
games
Evans
to
look? She
1.
believes she can win this.
Tesni Evans and Camille Serme, she hasn't been able to really pile the pressure on and make this really physical for any sustained period of time, bar the end of that first game, because the Evans squash has just been too good. She's breaking the rhythm of Serme. She's using such good variation, a lot of winners, using the lift when she needs to, not giving Serme too much pace to play with. She's forcing errors from the French player. And really, really impressive.
Lead 2 games to 1. Evans to serve. Love all. No play. Love all. One love. Out. And out. 1-1. Yes, lad.
Ooh.
1-1.
I thought the first movement might have stitched Evans up, but John Mazarella obviously feeling that she could have recovered easily enough. Would you Adam and Eve it?
2-1.
That's not fair. I know how to hit one, not you though.
2-1.
Evans is so relaxed on there. Do you reckon Jinx going to 5, or do you think Evans is going to close this out 3-1?
3-1.
I think it might be going to 5.
Down.
That's a poor choice of shot.
And out.
Poor execution as
2-4.
well. Just needed to play in the straight, simple straight drop. Strange errors from Serme in this match. I think that's all because of the way Evans has squashed.
No
Just
left.
unsettles the French player.
No left.
Why? There's
I
a
saw a
bounce
line
here.
to the ball.
What?
If you'd have gone forward, you could have taken the ball first time. Three, 4. Four all. And out, 5-4.
I can't believe how close it is again in this game. It's been so evenly matched right the way through. I think the women's game just keeps delivering, doesn't it?
It really does. Quarterfinals is just outstanding, isn't it, at every tournament now?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant, entertaining squash. I mean, that is another top-rate rally between two world-class players.
And out, 5 all.
Brilliantly improvised. It's exactly what I associate with Tesni Evans. Haven't actually seen her do that sort of thing that much in this tournament because she's been controlling the middle of the court more. So she's actually been dictating play through that area rather than having to run onto the ball and improvise.
Edged ahead for the first time in this game.
Yeah, the French contingent looking pensive.
And out, 6 all.
Oh, dear me, wasn't much margin for error there.
No.
7-6.
Outright winner, though, from Serme. Picked it off the sidewall as well.
Out.
Yeah, just slid out. I'm pretty sure that slid out.
Are you? I thought that maybe just dropped in.
And out.
Well,
7
our
all.
analysis team, Dan Dobby, thinks it was out.
Well, if Dan Dobby says so.
Down. Eight, 7.
Wow. Camille Serme used all of her physicality and strength to stay in that rally. I thought she was down and out, to be honest.
And out 8-all.
That is a great recovery and winner.
Crucial point as well.
Oh, that is normally bread and butter for Evans.
Well, I was just about to say that up until now, I feel like
9-8.
Evans has been the steadier of the two on the big points.
She hasn't missed many.
Not that time.
Yes, lad. 9-8.
Oh, no, don't review.
Don't review this.
Do not review.
I can't hear.
Do I have a review left?
You have a review left.
But she's not going to use it.
No.
9-8.
Hopefully her team were on the front row were giving her the sign
yeah,
there.
Yeah. No, don't do it. Well, good attacking shot from Serme. From nowhere, she has pounced
10-8.
to give herself
Game
2
ball.
game balls. That's going to be a no-let, isn't it?
No, like, wouldn't have reached the ball.
No, she moved forward rather than to the side.
I think this is going to stay as a
Play
no-let.
review serve on the no-let decision.
Got a feeling this will stay as a no-let.
Yeah, she was scrambling. She didn't know where it was going. Late response as well.
There you go,
No-let,
confirmation
decision
of the
upheld.
no-let.
Serme has no reviews remaining. Hand out. 9-10. Game ball.
Still game ball for Serme. Oh, it's trouble, it's trouble. Oh, no idea. Can't see it.
How is Serme in this
Oh,
rally?
it's such a shame. That's such a shame it's finished as a yes-let.
I thought it was good.
What?
I thought it was good.
Can you check?
I can't, no. There's no system to check that.
I think it was all right.
Yeah, can't check lines. It's in.
Led. 9-10.
That's in just below.
Game ball.
But that's why we don't look at them, the replays.
Why?
Because it's almost harder to see.
Yeah, it was inconclusive, wasn't it? What you need is, like in cricket, you need hot spot.
Out.
There you go, that one was out.
11-9. Game to serve.
A delayed yell from
Game
Camille
ball.
Serme. Another match where we're going to 59 minutes of scintillating squash so far. Camille Serme taking that last game 11-9, and she has levelled this match at 2 games all. Incredible stuff, really. Both players covering a huge amount of distance on the court, just under 2,000 metres so far. 32 shots for the longest rally, just under 50 seconds in duration. And it really is tough on there. Interesting that Serme actually covered more of the court in that last game to win it.
Evans being forced into that deep backhand a bit more than Serme.
Yeah, well, it shows, doesn't it? Because Serme has then been able to step onto her kills and get those winners. If we saw the winner-error ratio, or we saw where the winners were being hit,
I think we'd translate this a bit more, wouldn't we?
Yeah, exactly, and I think you'd find that it'd be going into that area.
Well, another great game between these two. It's been absolutely superb all the way through. Another very competitive game. Evans had her chances, but it was Serme that played the big points well. At the end of this game, using all her physical abilities to stay in some very, very tough rallies. Some good finishes on the backhand side as well. And it's tough to pick a winner here now in this 5th.
Games all. Serve to serve.
Heart rate had dropped down into the 130s there, on its way back up now, as you can see.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? Just that anticipation, the adrenaline pumping. Okay, here we go. Who's got enough left in the tank in this 5th game? Amazing how effective that shot can be, because Serme set up for the cross-court volley nick and then just put it into the sideball, and she completely bought into it. That's actually a great shot, played very cleverly there.
Yeah, we do see it played very badly sometimes, but that was a good use of the
do give the leisure centre boast a bad rap.
We saw a double leisure centre boast in one rally.
Yeah, double-double.
Who was that?
Can't remember. It's a leisure centre followed by a leisure centre, isn't it?
1-2.
Was it Laura? Because she does like the leisure centre boast.
Who did Massaro play in the previous round? I think it was...
No left.
Yeah, it looked like an outright winner to me. Bossing it slightly down the left-hand wall now, so I think if Evans is going to win, she really needs to starve Serme of that area, and maybe start to switch it into the back right a bit. She's got the skills, she can lift it up and over the volley of Serme. Oops. I mean, who'd have thought that reverse angle would have led to, you know, the outright winner for Evans in the end?
Maybe she won the rally despite the leisure centre post.
Loved this game. It's been a brilliant match.
Certainly has. But who is going to win it? We feel like Serme is looking the better of the two early on in this 5th.
Well, it's a massive problem area for Evans at the moment, that left-hand mid part of the court. She really does need to get it away from there.
5-2.
Yeah, Evans struggling to get Serme away from that T-line position, just volleying everything. It's a bit of a guess there by Evans, which is never a good sign.
Well, especially not to go 6-2 down. It's a fair lead now for the French player. I think she's just a bit tucked up there. Didn't really have the space to be able to get the hand through the shot, which then made the racket face a bit flat when she hit it. Just there, it was all tucked up. Had to push it with a flat racket face. Yeah, that's a slightly tired movement now from Evans. Just see her rocking slightly through the middle of the court and in the shot.
And out 7-3.
There is David Evans sitting next to Tesni Evans' father, Andrew Evans. No relation.
Stroke to Evans.
Well, it was tight, but she was stuck right by the ball.
And out 4-7.
Big push now from Evans, required.
Well, Gaultier is right behind his teammate here.
Down.
What Sam can't afford to do is give away cheap points like that, because Evans will be right back at her. Yeah, brilliantly finished. That ball stayed so short.
And out 8-5.
That was an important point as well for Serme.
Yes, lads, 8-5. Player review, Serme.
It just looked like there was a bit of space there.
Not sure.
I think there's a bit of space with the racket and the ball. I think Serme backed to where she needed to back to make the contact more than actually there. I think I'm going to yes let.
was worth a review.
Yes, let decision upheld. Serme has no reviews remaining. 8-5. Miss Serme, you need to go to the ball a bit more in that situation, not to the player.
I don't think that's really necessary.
8-5.
But that's why they've given it, because it was slightly towards the player more than the ball.
That comment makes it sound as if she was sort of fishing there, and she wasn't.
Yeah, no, I don't, but maybe he was just giving an explanation, but
I don't think Serme did anything wrong at all.
she didn't really ask for it. Wow. Absolutely crunching that ball. She's crunched the ball for an outright winner into the back right.
And out 6-8.
Well, she's not going to let this go without a fight, that's for sure.
This is tough. Can't help but feel Evans needs this point. Oh, she's guessed. How tough is this rally so late in the stage? The error from Evans, that was a monster of a rally.
Just couldn't get her body low enough for that drop. Brutal.
Well, both players are feeling it after that, but it's going to feel so much worse for Evans because she came out losing the rally.
Was that the last stand from Evans? It's taken a lot more to break her physically than we thought.
Well, that's a good winner. The early ball from Serme. The French are rising in the back.
10-6. Match ball.
4 match balls for Camille Serme.
Down.
Well, there she's done it. What a match.
11-6. Match for Serme.
Both players should take a bow. That was a great match. So entertaining for a full house here
7-11.
at the British
7-11.
Open.
11-9. 11-6.
That was so good. Brilliant squash. We thought that the styles would suit each other, and they certainly did. That was just pure entertainment from both players. 72 minutes of brilliant squash. Camille Serme eventually coming out on top 3-2, winning it 16-14, 7-11, 7-11, 11-9, 11-6. Well, the last few moments of this match, a couple of brutal rallies just before, but then in the end, it was an error from Tesni Evans. So unfortunate, but we're going to see more and more of Evans. She has arrived. She is at this level. She is going to be a regular on our TV screens and at World Series events in the latter stages. So we're going to see way more of Tesni Evans. But today it belongs to Camille Serme. Brilliant stuff once more from the French player. So resilient, so physical, and also playing some very expansive squash. Well, I think we're going to be able to catch up with Camille Serme once she's caught her breath. She is on court with our MC, Jenny Duncalf.
Camille, what a match. You'd actually never lost to Tesni before, but she certainly made you dig very deep. That's an understatement to get that win tonight.
Yeah, even 2 weeks ago when we played the Europeans team event, I won 11-9 in the fifth. Yeah, she had an amazing season. I'm sure she's going to make it to the top 10 very soon. And it's funny because I was watching her play, you know, at the TOC against Ranim and then against Tayeb at Chicago, and she lost 3-2, but she was so close every time. And yeah, for sure, it was a big battle today. And actually, I was enjoying it and thinking, wow, we're really working hard both.
Well, I noticed you smile a couple of times. It was lovely to watch. You're now in the semi-finals. Gregory's already through to the semi-finals. You guys in the French team have great support. How important is that for you?
Yeah, it's amazing to have this, all of this staff and all this team behind me, especially, yeah, like Greg, he's an amazing champion, and he'd already played, but he stayed to watch me, and I'm very lucky.
Well, we're lucky to have you on court and watch you. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Camille Serme.
A very entertaining match between these two for all the right reasons. We thought it would be good contrast in styles, and it never really let up. Both players playing very high intensity. The very talented Tesni Evans, she's a player on the rise. And after the first game, we thought it might be all over, but she went on to win the next game and had her chances in the fourth, actually. That's where she could have closed it out at 8-all. But all credit to Camille Serme. She's such a fighter. Physically, she's probably one of the strongest on the tour. She needed all that physicality today.